Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Manchester City are back in action tomorrow away at Turf Moor against Burnley in a huge Premier League game. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. And today we're going to run through all the information, the team news, predict the 11 and all that kind of stuff ahead of this game. It's going to be fascinating. Thank you to everyone who's already joined in. I am off to Hamburg actually to do some more filming with the club. So I won't be around for a watch along tomorrow. So I'm travelling again. I was in Texas a few weeks back at Hamburg. Then I'm in Korea, South Korea, the week after that. So a lot of travelling at the moment. A lot going on in my life, as you can imagine, after yesterday's news as well. I'm a very happy boy. I am indeed still on cloud 9, Sean. So basically, yeah. Loads going on, loads of good stuff, but I wanted to do a preview today, a quick live one before I head to the airport later on to fly to Hamburg. Looking forward to doing that. Loads going on, and loads going from Manchester City. This is the start of a very big period of games, of course. Burnley previews Atletico Liverpool, which is going to be absolutely fascinating. I do want to say quickly, thank you to OneFootball for supporting and sponsoring this channel. OneFootball is absolutely awesome. Please do download it right now. Scan that QR code right next to my face there. You can see it there. Give that a scan, which will help support the channel massively. It's the best football app on the market. You get all your Manchester City information, your stats and all that kind of stuff, and you can keep up to date with all those gorgeous, sumptuous Erling Haaland rumours. Get all the stats over there. Go and download the app, right? Scan that QR code, click the link in the description, and look at all those Erling Haaland goals and go, that could be us in a blue shirt. It'd be absolutely wonderful. So download it right now, scan the QR code, click the link in the description, whichever way you want to get the app works for everyone. So do it right now. You won't get it, I promise you. So, yep, this game's going to be interesting. Hello once again, of course, to everyone. Everyone is really positive. Everyone's really lovely, by the way. Thank you for all the support on the news. It was very, very sweet. Absolutely insane. Yeah, Nicole's pregnant. It's mad. It's incredible. You're also lovely. I enjoyed that live so much. And anyone who commented and replied to me and Nicola on any status or videos, whatever, thank you. Seriously, thank you. I literally started replying to load the DMs, and it took me like an hour just to reply to some DMs. And I thought, how am I going to get through all the comments? So I thought I'd just mention it on a video, and because I haven't got the time. I wish I did have the time, but it's absolutely appreciated, and it's wonderful. So thank you so much to everyone. Yeah, it's very early, but we're very excited. So big love to all of you. Hopefully one day Project Foden gets underway. I'll kick it off. I'll make sure. But this game is obviously a huge game for Manchester City. I can't deny the importance of this game. City versus Burnley. We're away at Burnley. Weirdly, we get nervous about Burnley. Not weirdly. We understand if we get nervous about Burnley, but weirdly, our record is so good against them. So I guess the point I'm making is that we have this perception of Burnley that is scary and fearful and all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, our record is fantastic. Burnley haven't beaten City since March 2015. They've lost each of the last 9 matches against Manchester City, Burnley, which is crazy, including the last 4 in the Premier League without conceding a single goal, City. So that's really impressive. Our record against them is good. But having said that, they are down there fighting for their lives. And of course, that brings a little bit of nerves, man. That brings a little bit of edge to it all. So we have to consider that. Yeah, it really does add a little bit of spiciness to this game, because they're struggling. Having said that, they are looking at this game as the one that's going to save them potentially. They've got massive games against Everton and Norwich coming up on 6th and the 10th. So this game is only a week away from the 2 that actually matter. So as much as they'll take this seriously, this is a free swing for them, and they won't be too devastated if they don't win it or get any points against it, because once again, Norwich and Everton are the big games for them, and rightfully so. But it's still going to be interesting, of course. Last time out, City won 4-1 against Southampton. We did draw against Palace, obviously, previous to that. It feels like years ago, by the way. I'm just realising, our last results, feel like absolutely years ago. Maybe it's because I've had so much going on personally with the pregnancy and all that kind of stuff. And it also because the international breaks just took ages. By the way, I'm not falling for the April Fool's jokes also because it's past midday. So if you're doing April Fool's jokes in the comments, you're the fool. That's how it works. I'm sorry, I didn't make the rules. But yeah, of course, last time out in the Premier League was 0-0. And it was painful. Before that, of course, last time out in the Premier League, it was 4-1 against United, which was good. In the FA Cup, of course, 4-1 against Southampton, then we drew 0 against Sporting, and so on and so on. Our form has been, kind of sketchy. We did obviously exercise some demons against Southampton, but this game still, there's an edge to it. There is an edge to it. We do actually have the best away record in the Premier League. We picked up 36 points from 15 matches, whereas Burnley, their home record is It's only the third best in the league. There are 17 other teams that have better home records. They've got just 12 points from 13 games at home. Turf Moor was once a fortress, and I'm sure they can still get the odd result there, and it might be tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't. But these days, it isn't a fortress for them. There isn't a guarantee of points, and they've dropped points in big games. So for them at home, so we should go there. We're great away. They're bad at home. They don't beat us. Feeling confident, but football is never as simple as that. And Guardiola was weirdly spiky today, actually. He was really spiky in the interview, in the press conference, and it's unlike Guardiola to be moody and sarky unprompted, so something's going on. He wasn't a happy boy today. He was very blunt, very sharp, very to the point, which is kind of funny sometimes, but you know something's going on in his head. I don't know what it is, but something's going through Pep Guardiola's head. Maybe he's just focused, maybe he's playing bad cop, maybe he's getting the players to be focused, ready and aggressive, because we have to be. There was unfortunately some bad news about Ruben Diaz. Guardiola said, I don't know how long. The doctor said 4 to 6 weeks. Ruben is on 4 weeks now. And the 1st of March he was injured. It's now 4 weeks later. I think he needs 2 weeks more, which could mean he misses this game, Atletico and Liverpool, which is just mad. I'm hoping Guardiola's exaggerating there. I'm hoping we see things change, but it isn't good, man. It isn't good. The only good news is that Stones, as it's funky time and put in the comments there, Stones is fit to play. So no Ruben, no Father Ruben, which is a massive blow, of course. But it looks like Stones is available and Laporte's available as well. So we've got, obviously, we've got a very good centre-back pairing there. I've got no doubt that John Stones will step up in this game. He'll be great against Burnley, hopefully. He loves a physical battle, and it's always physical against Burnley. He'll be hopefully good against Weghorst, their striker, who's a big bruiser. And I think Stones might actually relish that physical challenge. Thing is, if I was Sean Dyche, I'd be telling him Weghorst to go against Laporte, because he's not quite as physical as John Stones, so we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, Cole Palmer is still out. I mean, this injury's been awful for Cole Palmer. He's lost so much time and lost so many minutes that he could have been on the pitch and getting involved. But other than that, other than Palmer and Ruben Diaz, it looks like everyone else is available, which is really, really good. Guardiola was spiky today. He was asked about how he described the battle between Man City and Liverpool, and he went, Burnley. Like, all right, Pep, you know what I'm saying? Like, the boy wasn't fucking about. He was so focused today, Pep, and he only talked about Burnley. He said playing after Liverpool makes no difference to us. By the end of the weekend, we'll know the results. We have 9 games this month. We don't select for the next game just to win the next one. That was asked what it meant to be playing after Liverpool, who they're playing Watford tomorrow before City. Liverpool are very likely going to be top of the league when Manchester City kick off tomorrow, which is weird to say that, but it's very likely and very possible. We have to be ready for that, and I'm sure the players will be, because they're playing Watford at home. They're going to fucking spank them, let's be honest. They're going to be absolutely batter them. There's no way that Liverpool aren't going to batter Watford. So it's going to be really weird to see how we react to that. I do trust the team, but we are going to be there. Watford currently sat in 18th, of course, on 22 points. Burnley on 21. Burnley, for what it's worth, have played the same amount of games as Everton. They're 4 points behind, though, sat in 19th. Burnley, of course, probably chasing down. I mean, they're not going to catch Leeds, who are 8 points clear of them. Though they have 3 games in hand, I don't think they'll catch Leeds. It's going to be a tough time for Burnley, and I think they'll be aware of that. Once again, Norwich and Everton is massive for them, so that'll be interesting. Pep was also a little bit spiky when he was asked about 5 substitutions being brought back next season. He was asked what he thought, and does it make Man City stronger, and he just went, why? Dead bluntly. He later elaborated, he said, it doesn't give us an unfair advantage. It's the same for everyone. We can rotate players, we can change tactics, but we've caught up with the rest of the world with this. He said, we don't play 12 versus 11. It's healthy for the players when they play this amount of games with less players. When you can make more subs, you can rotate more players that deserve to play. And ultimately, he's sort of right. I mean, everyone gets a chance to rest players then. Everyone does. And I'm not really a 5 substitutes kind of guy personally, but I think Guardiola's got every right to be defensive. If you looked at our benches recently, there is still a perception to everyone around the world that City have got this huge squad, absolute full of 25 world-class players, which it absolutely isn't true. It isn't true. Maybe at one point it might have been bigger, but it's a smaller squad than it ever used to be. It just is. It's getting smaller and smaller, and these days we often have a bunch of academy lads on the bench. So I'm not saying it's a small squad, but it's not as big as Chelsea's. It's not as big as Liverpool's. It isn't. They've got a bigger squad. Is it better? I don't know, but is it bigger? Yeah, their squads are actually bigger. So we've got to say that. Yeah, even Carragher said it's not true. Exactly. I mean, I was chatting to some fans of other teams and they didn't realise that, you know, that City squad isn't as big. They just didn't realise. I don't think they realised that we've had, you know, McAtee and Dozy and Mbete and all that on the bench recently. So we'll see. We'll absolutely see. For what it's worth, I think there's a chance that, smaller clubs could bring on, young players to get some energy. I actually believe as well, by the way, for what it's worth, that I do agree. Someone said on Twitter that 5 substitutions kind of removes the brilliance of a team selection, because if you can change half your team, it doesn't really matter what team you put out. And I sort of agree with that, actually, to an extent. So I do think, not because of the squad size, more because I think managers should be under more pressure to get it right with the first 11. And I actually agree with that. I do agree with that. I think it becomes a bit of a friendly-esque vibe if you can just change everyone at any time. And ultimately, what we're about to do next to predict the team doesn't kind of matter. But we'll go over to the team build-up now and try and predict the team, because, of course, it's going to be huge. So here we go. I think it's all probably fair to say that for this game, it kind of picks the team. There's a lot of ways we could go. It's going to be obviously Edison in goal, so I'll put him in goal straight away. Do let me know what you think it should be, by the way. It's going to be Edison in goal. I think as well it will be Cancelo at left back. It's going to be Walker at right back. And I think the back four kind of sort of picks itself here. Laporte, Stones. Laporte, Stones. It's that, innit? Ake, of course, is available, but Diaz isn't. It's going to be that. Rodri is absolutely going to play. He always does well against Burnley. He likes a physical battle, Rodri. I can't really see De Bruyne and Bernardo not playing. Does anyone agree with that? To me, it seems really obvious that it'll be Bernardo and it'll be De Bruyne, I think. Gundogan is probably a little bit harsh, but I think we might see him against Atletico, weirdly. So I think it'll be that. It's going to be that. I think it could be Gundo, but I don't think it will be Gundo, weirdly. Mahrez is going to play, absolutely. Now, I think here on the left, it could be Sterling. I've got a feeling his pace in a game like this, I think it's going to be Sterling, and then I think Foden will be as the false nine. That is what I reckon it could be. Do not be surprised, absolutely do not be surprised if Grealish starts. Don't be surprised if Jesus starts in a game like this. I don't think, this is not what I would do, but I think Pep will choose Sterling's pace. Sterling, of course, was great for England. He was great the other day. I think he'll just suit Turf Moor and running at them, a little bit of pace and a little bit of chaos. That's what I reckon. I think Foden will play as the false nine. It could be Grealish, but this is my prediction of what it'll be. Trying to get inside Guardiola's heads is really difficult at the very best of times, but it could be something like that. Well, fingers crossed. It's a good enough team anyway. As Louis just pointed out in the super chat, which is a very good point, mate, and I'll jump over to that right now. Where is it? There we go. Louis just pointing out the super chat. Thank you so much. You said De Bruyne not playing for Belgium is massive. Yeah, so De Bruyne is nice and rested. So that's a lovely bit of news there. I can't deny that won't be absolutely huge. So KDB's rested, and that's massive for us. These kind of games, you need a little bit of magic, and hopefully he's got it. Thank you, Louis, for so much, mate. I don't see Grealish in this game, but once again, because I think it's going to be more of a physical. I think he's fine against physical opponents, Sean, but I feel like Sterling, it just suits a game like this where it's a little bit more chaotic. So we'll have to see how it goes, really. In terms of Burnley, like their form, I mean, I'll get their results up on screen, actually. Let me try and I'll jump over to the other side. Let me just arrange just a little bit more. Where is it? Here we go. So this is their results. I need to do a bit of editing here. 1 second, because I've misaligned it. There we go. So their results aren't great at the moment, They're not great. So they did beat Brighton 3-0, which is obviously huge for them, but that was a while back now. So these are their results. I've just lined up terribly. I apologise, everyone. I've lined it up and then moved it again. Oh, look at this. Look at the mess I'm making this. This is the guy, he doesn't know what he's doing anymore. It's the guy who's tired. Imagine me when I've got a kid one day, I'm going to be even more tired. And why is the one football thing in the wrong place? What am I doing? What's this doing over here? Get back over here, one football. Put it back there in the corner. So this is their recent results. They lost 2-0 against Brentford. They lost 4-0 against Chelsea. They lost 2-0 against Leicester. They drew 1-0 against Palace. No shame in drawing against Palace, if I don't say so myself. Of course, as well, what was the results? They beat Spurs 1-0, which is, once again, something that we can't do, so fair fucks. They beat Brighton 3-0 away back. Against Brentford, they got Nathan Collins sent off right in the end, but this is how they lined up. Let's have a look. I'll show you. Bring you on screen now. Why is it? Okay. Never mind. I'll ignore that. They played Cornet alongside Weghorst, Dwight McNeil, of course, Brownhill, Westwood, Lennon, Taylor Tarkowski, Collins, Roberts. I think Ben Mee's actually out for this game. So, yeah, it's going to be... they're going to lose... They're obviously without their captain, which is a bit of a blow for them. They weren't particularly good against Brentford. It didn't work for them at all, but you can see how they're playing now. Essentially a bit like a 4-4-2. They got battered by Chelsea. Ray Rodriguez playing in that game with Vegas as well, and Dwight McNeil and Lennon and so on. I'm expecting there'll be something similar. I mean, I suspect there'll be something like, it'll be McNeil, Brownhill, Westwood, Lennon, probably Vegas and Cornet as well. It'll probably be those guys. Cornet, of course, has had a good game against us before in the Champions League, so we don't like that guy. It'll be something like that. Their form has not been good. So largely, I feel like I should have to be confident here, but you never know with football, do you? You just never know. It's really weird. It could go either way. Having said that, I'm expecting City to turn up and hopefully be good. Oh, Luke, thank you so much. Luke with the super chat saying congratulations, esteemed baby. Yeah, thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate it. I'm still on cloud nine. Nicola's asleep, by the way. She's had a nap, bless her, because that's the life of a pregnant lady. She just naps at any opportunity. Bless her. She's not in work today. She booked it off because she's driving me to the airport. But yeah, thank you so much, mate. But in terms of my prediction, I'm going to say I think City will win this. I'm going for 2-0. I think City will be all right in this game. I think it'll be difficult, frustrating, but ultimately I do trust the players to get this job done. Hopefully we've got more than enough. I'm going to go for Sterling to score and Riyad Mahrez. Sterling and Mahrez are going to get the goals. I'm going to win 2-0. Fingers crossed. Please don't let me down. I will be in Hamburg tomorrow watching the game, which is crazy. Doing some more filming out there. So there'll be no watch along. And I'll try and do a reaction, but probably be later on in the evening when I get back from doing the day's work and so on. Hopefully you get to see all this content we're making soon. I can't tell you too much about it, but it'll be all revealed eventually. Big love to all of you. Once again, thank you to all the lovely comments. It's crazy. We got October to look forward to now. Fingers crossed. It's going to be good news when we get to October. Love you all loads. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all after the game tomorrow for a match reaction. In a bit, thank you so much. I'm watching videos recently, by the way. Go and watch the Academy one. Go watch the big Haaland chat. Go watch the Strongest 11 chat. It's really good videos if I don't say so myself. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.